Nigerian conflict, 1967, present. By Abdullah Chauhan. A Brief History of Nigeria. On October 1, 1960, Nigeria gained independence from Britain and became the first Republic of Nigeria. Then in 1966 there was a military coup which overthrew the First Republic. Consequently, in 1979 the Second Republic of Nigeria was established after the end of the military rule. In 1983 again there was a military coup which ended the Second Republic. However, on August 26, 1993 the interim national government was established, following the crisis of the Third Republic of Nigeria, after the end of the military rule. Then on November 17, 1993 a military coup deposed the interim national government. Finally, on May 29, 1999 the military rule ended and the Fourth Republic of Nigeria was established. List of events. Nigerian Civil War, 1967 to 1970. Farmer-herder conflict, 1998, present. Conflict in Niger Delta, 2003, present. Insurgency in southeastern Nigeria, 2021, present. Nigerian Civil War. The Nigerian Civil War began on July 6, 1967 when the governor of the Biafra province Odumegwu Ojukwu declared the Republic of Biafra and declared himself President of the Republic of Biafra. Promptly, the Nigerian government led by President Yakubu Gowon launched an invasion on the Republic of Biafra to recapture it. After heavy fighting between the Biafran armed forces and the armed forces of Nigeria, the Biafran separatists were finally completely crushed and suppressed by 15 January 1970. Result: Nigerian government victory. Biafra separatists completely crushed and suppressed. Farmer-herder conflict. The farmer-herder conflict began in 1998. The farmer-herder conflict are a series of disputes over land resources across Nigeria between mostly Muslim Fulani herders and mostly Christian non-Fulani farmers. They have been especially prominent in the Middle Belt since the return of democracy in 1999. More recently, it has deteriorated into attacks on farmers by Fulani herdsmen and also vice versa. Attacks have also taken place in the northwest Nigeria against farmers who are mainly Hausa. While the conflict has underlying economic and environmental reasons, it has also acquired religious and ethnic dimensions. Thousands of people have died since these attacks began. Sedentary farming in rural communities are often target of attacks because of their vulnerability. There are fears that this conflict will spread to other West African countries, but this has often been downplayed by governments in the region. Attacks on herders have also led them to retaliating by attacking other communities. This conflict is still continuing. Conflict in Niger Delta. The conflict in the Niger Delta began in 2003. The conflict first arose in the early 1990s over tensions between foreign oil corporations and a number of the Niger Delta's minority ethnic groups who feel they are being exploited, particularly the Oganai and the Aja. Ethnic and political unrest continued throughout the 1990s despite the return to democracy and the election of Olusegun Obasanjo's government in 1999. Struggle for oil wealth has fueled violence between ethnic groups, causing the militarization of nearly the entire region by ethnic militia groups, Nigerian military and police forces, notably the Nigerian Mobile Police. The violence has contributed to Nigeria's ongoing energy supply crisis by discouraging foreign investment in new power generation plants in the region. From 2004 on, violence also hit the oil industry with piracy and kidnappings. In 2009, a presidential amnesty program accompanied with support and training of ex-militants proved to be a success. Thus until 2011, victims of crimes were fearful of seeking justice for crimes committed against them because of a failure to prosecute those responsible for human rights abuses. The conflict still continues. Insurgency in southeastern Nigeria. The insurgency in southeastern Nigeria began on 22 January 2021. It broke out in the city of Orlu, Imo State, when the Nigerian army moved to crush the paramilitary wing of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, and the Eastern Security Network, ESN. The conflict escalated after the ESN managed to repulse the initial push by the Nigerian army, but the IPOB ended the initial crisis by the unilateral withdrawal of the ESN from Orlu. After a few quiet weeks, Nigeria launched a military offensive in the area to destroy the ESN. On February 19, 2021, IPOB declared that as of the day before, a state of war existed between Nigeria and Biafra. 3 weeks later, another separatist group declared the formation of a Biafran interim government, which was subsequently endorsed by IPOB. Since then, the Biafran separatists have begun to form alliances with other separatist groups in Nigeria and Cameroon. Despite these developments, the separatists claimed that their militant operations were mainly aimed at defending local communities from armed herders and bandits instead of fighting the Nigerian government. In late June, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu was arrested by Interpol and handed over to Nigerian authorities. The insurgency still continues. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share.